Okay, we're going to give you an overview on marketing. Okay. We won't go quite ahead that far yet. What I wanted to talk about first is to give you an overview of what we're talking about with marketing. Just a little overview where we're saying marketing is the effective packaging and communication of your message through an effective medium or mediums to your most likely customer. So to your most likely customer. Now this denotes the fact that we've used a term here, your most likely customer. This denotes the fact that you know who your likely customer is. You have an image in your mind of your likely customer, and you would normally express that image in terms of what we call demographics and psychographics. Demographics and psychographics. Okay? Demographics is the science of who buys. The science of who buys. Psychographics is the science of why they buy. Why they buy. So if you're looking at a demographic model of your likely customer, you are talking about how their age, you are talking about their income level, you're talking about their geographic location, you may be talking about their cultural background, you may be talking about their training, right? Their knowledge base that they have. All of these things will denote your most likely customer, and we'll just have a quick chat about how to identify your most likely customer in your business in a moment. But just be aware, this is the science of knowing who buys. Okay, that's demographics. Psychographics is why they buy. Okay, why they buy. Now, when we're talking about why they buy, you have a particular product or service that you're putting into the market. This is you, that you're putting into the market that is going to appeal to and solve the frustrations of a particular individual. Okay, now hear me when I say this. There is no such thing as the market, okay, that you're pitching to, the market. There are only, in business, very small slivers of a market for which your product and service, or product or service, is ideally designed. Okay, you are solving the frustrations and solving the problems of a particular niche. Okay, that's a marketing term. A particular niche, N-I-C-H-E, which is a segment of this overall market. A segment. Okay. Now, in order to identify your likely customer, think about your products and service in terms of what it does for whom. Okay? What does it do and who does it do it for? Okay? Because your product or service is specifically designed to solve the frustrations, and that's a great word in marketing, to solve the frustrations of a particular segment of the market, a particular niche. Now, hear me. To the degree that you can articulate the frustrations of your central demographic model, as we call it, your most likely customer, to the degree that you can articulate the frustrations that they're experiencing in their lives through the absence of your product and service, to that degree you will be successful in marketing. Okay, so let me say that again. You need to demonstrate to your central demographic model, your most likely customer, you need to demonstrate that you understand their frustration even better than they do. They sometimes refer to it in sales and marketing as, you ever heard this? Giving the client a headache, right? You ask the client questions about the frustration they're experiencing in their business or in their life in the absence of what you've got to sell, right? And so that you suddenly get them to realize, hey, yes, I don't have this. And then you ask them the price that they're paying and focus on the price that they're paying. Ask them how it's affecting them. You know, what will be the consequences if they don't resolve this? Because you've got to give them the headache because you have the aspirin. You have the aspirin. So at some point in the sales process, once you've articulated that you understand their frustrations well enough, you come in riding in on your white horse, as Barb Johnson used to say, riding in on your white horse with your white hat, and you say, hold the phone, I have the aspirin here. And the client's saying, thank goodness that somebody is able to save me. So just remembering the percentage in terms of your marketing when you're constructing your message to a client, the percentage in terms of focusing on their frustration and talking about your solution is 90% on the frustration, so 90% talking about the problem, 10% on the solution. 10% on the solution. Now that sounds disproportionate, but you look at the advertisements, the commercials on television, you look at promotions and sales of any product, they will focus so much at the start on the problems, whether you've got the headache, the unruly children, the untidy room, the accounting that's a mess. You know, how is your life falling apart? And then they'll come in and they'll say, here is a solution, and here's the message. If you can articulate the frustration somebody is experiencing sufficiently well by focusing on it so well and articulating it to the likely customer, the sale is almost always automatic.